everyone, and welcome. So you're looking into building a smart city, which is fantastic. But pretty quickly, you run into a huge question. Where do you find the brilliant AI minds to actually make it smart? That's exactly what we're going to unpack today.
Seriously, it's a massive decision. Should you hire a team right in your own backyard, or should you cast a wider net and go global? The answer you land on is going to have a major ripple effect on your budget, your timeline, and, let's be honest, the success of the entire project.
Just so you know who you're hearing from, we're with WeblineIndia. And look, we spent over 2 decades building some seriously complex tech for clients all around the globe. We're talking advanced AI and agentic AI solutions, slick NN automation workflows, full-scale business process automation, plus all the mobile and web apps that tie it all together. So trust me, we've seen this local versus global debate up close, and we're going to help you break it all down.
All right, let's dive right in. First up, the Smart City AI Challenge. So why is this such a big deal right now? Simple. AI isn't just a cool add-on anymore. It's the literal engine driving the cities of tomorrow.
Think about it like this. A smart city is kind of like a living, breathing organism. You've got this huge network of sensors, right? That's the nervous system, constantly gathering data. And the AI, well, that's the brain. It's the part that takes all that raw information and turns it into something that actually makes our lives better, safer, and way more efficient.
But what does that actually mean in the real world? Well, it means things like predictive maintenance. Imagine AI knowing a water pipe is going to burst before it floods a street. Or intelligent mobility, where traffic lights aren't on a dumb timer, they're adapting in real time to get rid of traffic jams. It's about optimizing resources so the energy grid isn't wasting a single watt. And of course, it all adds up to enhanced public safety. It's pretty incredible stuff.
And listen, this isn't some far-off sci-fi dream. The experts at McKinsey put it perfectly. They said digital technologies are some of the most powerful and, get this, cost-effective tools we have today. That's a huge deal.
Let me give you a number that'll really hit home. McKinsey found that this tech can slash daily commute times by 15 to 20%. I mean, just stop and think about that. What would you do with all that time back every single day? It's wild. Okay, and if that didn't grab you, how about this? The same tech can improve emergency response times by 20 to 35%. Now, we're not just talking about getting home from work faster. We're talking about the difference between life and death. The stakes couldn't be higher.
Okay, so you're sold. You know you need this AI powerhouse for your city. The logical first step, right? You start looking right in your own backyard. Let's talk about hiring locally, the near-me advantage.
So what's the big pull for a local team? What are the pros? Honestly, you can boil it all down to one single super important word: context.
Think about it. A local team gets your city. They know the weird traffic quirks, the complicated local laws, the culture. Communication is just easier, you know? It's real time. Plus, when you're dealing with data security and compliance, it's way simpler to manage. And if you need someone physically on site to install something, well, you can't beat having them right there.
Okay, that all sounds great. But as you've probably guessed, it's not all sunshine and roses. There are some very real challenges to going local.
Okay, let's just get to it. First, the cost. Top-tier AI talent is expensive. Like, really expensive. Second, your talent pool is probably pretty small. You're limited to who's available in your city. And that leads to the third problem. What happens when you need to grow your team fast? It can be a nightmare trying to scale up.
So if local is tricky, what's the alternative? Well, you can look beyond your borders. And that brings us to our next big topic: tapping the global talent pool, or the offshore advantage.
You might be thinking, wait a minute, why would I go halfway across the world for a project that's all about my local city? And that's a fair question. The answer really boils down to 3 huge factors: cost, talent, and scale.
First, let's talk money. We're talking potential cost savings of 40 to 70%. That is massive. Then there's the talent. Suddenly, you're not just looking in your city, you're looking at the entire world. Need a super specific expert in, say, generative AI for traffic modeling? You can find them. And scaling? It's a breeze. You can ramp up a large team for a huge project in a fraction of the time.
But of course, it's not a perfect solution either. There are definitely some hurdles you need to think about when you're working with a team across the globe.
Okay, the big ones you hear about all the time. Time zones, right? That can be tough. Then there are the cultural and context gaps. They don't know your city like a local would. And there's that feeling of maybe lack of control because they're not right there in the office with you. But here's the thing. These are all solvable problems. With the right partner, good processes, and clear communication, you can absolutely manage these challenges.
All right, so we've laid out the pros and cons of both, local, global. So how in the world do you make the right choice? It's not about which one is better, it's about aligning your strategy with what your project actually needs.
Let's make this super practical. Look at this breakdown. If budget is your #1 driver and your project is cost-sensitive, offshore just makes sense. But if your project is tangled up in super specific local regulations, well, a local team has a clear edge. If you're doing a small pilot project, maybe local is fine. But if you're building something huge and complex that needs to scale fast, offshore is built for that. It's all about matching the solution to your specific problem.
But wait, what if you don't have to choose? There's a third way, and it's often the smartest, the hybrid model. This is where you get the best of both worlds. You have a local team on the ground for strategy, oversight, and that all-important context. But the heavy lifting, the development work, that's done by your offshore team. You get local smarts with global muscle. It's a game changer.
And that's really where a strategic partner like us, WeblineIndia, comes into play. Our whole job is to be that bridge, connecting you to world-class global talent while making sure it's perfectly tailored to your local needs.
So if you're ready to start building your smart city, let's talk. You can check out our work at WeblineIndia.com. Got an idea you want to hash out? Shoot us an email at info@WeblineIndia.com. And of course, follow us for more updates like this. Oh, and definitely subscribe to the channel so you don't miss what's next. The technology is ready. The talent is out there waiting. The real question is your city ready to unlock its AI-powered future? Thanks so much for tuning in. If this helped you out, do us a favor and hit that like button, share it with someone who needs to see it, and we'll catch you on the next one.